Hey everyone, I'm Nito King, and it's time to do Ellen's quests for Chapter 1. We've already pretty much cleared out the fairy realm. We haven't fought the boss yet, we haven't talked to the fairy lord, but we caught all the folks, including Shefro. So it's time to leave the realm and see what quests the pubmaster and his nighttime counterpart might have for us. You might notice here that Ellen comes out a lot closer to the entrance to the room than Keats did. He's way up at the far end of the coast there, right next to the lighthouse, for his entrance to the netherworld, while Ellen's is considerably farther back. Just a detail you might not otherwise have noticed. Yeah, the distinction between the day and nighttime quests is the daytime quests are the ones that are brought up by the human residents of Doolin, while the half-lives will naturally take their problems to Gangkoner, because they can't really talk to the pubmaster now, can they? He has absolutely nothing for us, so we'll just come back at night. And now we've got 2 quests. Ooh. Well, unfortunately I'm going to pick the best one first. This is the quest that's meant to introduce Charlie. And a lot of our friends are here. Plus Scarecrow. That's right, even Scarecrow is willing to set aside a bit of time for Charlie. So we need to go find him a reed made from fairy wood. Now where in a fairy forest are we supposed to do that? I don't know. We got a bunch of stuff to fight here, so let's give Shefro a run for its money. Once again, it takes a while to go off, but once it does, it'll freeze a lot of types of folks in their tracks. I guess most folks are immune to it, but the Puka, well, they're not immune to anything. and they'll even stand still long enough for it to take effect. And extra pulse tree nuts never hurt. Let's see if there's anything I can build up with them. Still need a couple more. It's tough to tell, but I don't think the Kilmulas was affected by the Charm Cloud. I don't think they're affected by any status effects, actually. I tried Sleep on them, tried Charm. Don't remember if I've really tried Bond, but alright, that's enough fighting. We're here for a specific purpose, and it is not to build up karmas. Yeah, well, I guess that means we're still on the right track. He took the words right out of my mouth. Yep, that's our Ellen, always willing to pull favors. Wonder what our sarcastic fairy friend will have to say to that. Yep, the Fairy Lord just loves Ellen. And I don't care what anyone else has to say about the read. And absolutely no editing magic here. The game just jumps us right to the screen where Charlie is. Well, it's one quest out of the way. We've still got one left to do. And this one's a bit more fun, I think. Humor value notwithstanding. And here he just comes out and says, yes, they make and serve alcohol in this pub. I know some people have been wondering about that in the thread, so it's kind of nice to get some confirmation. This time around, I don't believe we're going to find anybody in this first room. But it occurs to me, I should check my karmas, and Kill Molus is something I use all the time. Better go ahead and unlock its final karma. Just taking a look at who I need to use to defeat what. Need to defeat some more folks just in general with both Daru and Bugaboo. And collect a whole bunch of pulse tree nuts. None of those objectives should be much of a problem at this point. Of course, another folk I haven't used much yet is Barghest. So let's see how he works. Yep, if you charge him up enough, it's a double swipe. And it's powerful. The other nice thing about Barghest is that it takes a lot of damage to bring down even the form of him that you summon. So, sometimes I like to use Barghest as a sort of frontal shield. Just stick him up there when I'm about to get attacked, and he'll absorb the damage and strike back. But we've got a pretty specific quest to accomplish here, and nobody to talk to along the way. So we'll skip right ahead to where we get some fighting. And this is the time to start building up some of my folks. I actually find Bugaboo to be more effective than I expected. Particularly in a crowd of folks like this, I can just toss him out there. And he damages a whole bunch of folks. Especially when they like to clump together like that. It's kind of funny the way he's standing next to another Bugaboo and stabs him. Other Bugaboo doesn't care. He'll just stab him right back. Usually makes me feel kind of bad for the folks that I summon if they get attacked before they get to use their moves. Accidentally summon a Bugaboo right into the spines of another Bugaboo. Sorry about that. I didn't mean it. Nearly done cleaning up here. Not sure if it's really worth fighting that Bugaboo, but then again, I did hit him a bunch of times. Might as well see if I can finish the job. Oh, it was easier than expected. And on we go. Barghest is way at the far end of the realm, so we got a fair bit of travel. On the other hand, we do need to capture a Boobry, but we won't be finding one here. Just a Daru. And Daru are immune to charm. I think I already tried that. Don't remember. It's one more for Bugaboo. It should be pretty close to unlocking a karma by now. Not going to worry about the Ketchi if... oh, it's Ogma. definitely not screwing with Ogma. Moving on. I think I've dealt with enough Ogma, thank you. And that music means we don't have to go as far as I thought to find a Barghest. Apparently, this is where they're harvesting the sap, and Barghest is right here. Well, I need to capture one. Here's one. This fight is actually a heck of a lot less tense than the original one in that small room. Here we've got this huge open space to dodge in. And also I've taken the time to build up Ogma quite a bit. I'll just kind of try to get behind this guy or wait for him to use his spine attack. Let him kill a bunch of my own Ogmas. Why not? And when he falls down, he's nearly finished. I gotta say, all things considered, that was an incredibly easy and not particularly exciting quest. And that was completely unfair. Yeah, this is the real part of the quest. 2 Barghest at once. Fortunately, it's not really that much more difficult than the first fight. You just gotta make sure not to get between them. As long as you can keep both of them on the same side, again, this is a nice big room, so you have plenty of space to dodge. And there aren't very many attacks you have to worry about from long range, just that diving attack. And of course, you really want to keep track of which one you were fighting before, so that you can keep doing damage to the same one. Like most fights with multiple enemies, it goes a lot faster if you can take one of them out at a time. I really didn't think that guy would be able to get through the other Barghest to hit me. But the other thing to remember is you don't have time to capture a Barghest while there's another one attacking you. So you have to kill the first one, and the second one you can go ahead and capture for the experience. Everything in this realm seems to drop warm tree nuts. By the time I get something that actually uses warm tree nuts to build up, I'm going to have absolutely no trouble. And we're almost done here. So at the very least, a little bit of variety to the fighting. Something more exciting than the norm that we've been finding this chapter. And there's plenty more of that in the chapters to come. And a rank up to end the video with. So that's enough pulse tree nuts to build up one more folk, and some cold tree nuts, which I've been looking for this whole time. And that'll do it for the quests. Next time, it's grinding and fact time with Red Rover. See ya!